MJ Vilches, and welcome to part 2 of the creation of the art, the Coiler, which is my entry for hashtag TUP Art Challenge. So yeah, before starting with the artwork, I just want to show you something that is only uploaded on the main channel. If you haven't seen it, well, here it is. It's a video about the Underland project. Maybe this will give you a bit more understanding if you don't know yet what the project is. So yeah, without further ado, this is Doodlelog 002. Doodlelog 002, The Underland Project. July 29, 2019. I just landed on a big bug island, and I'm currently getting ready to explore it. I've flown a drone to have a better view of it, and saw that it is indeed shaped like a big bug. The island was formed after a light that emerged from the previous production diary hit the ocean. I have reason to believe that this island is somehow connected to my current project. I decided that before starting my exploration of it, I'd record this new log to share some information about the said project. I started the Underland project with the objectives of creating 5 3D animated short films based on some events from the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. It is a Doodle Notes Productions fan mode web series project focused on improving my skills and knowledge in producing 3D animated films. At the same time, bringing to life a portion of a story that inspired me to become a storyteller. Episode 1 of the project made great progress last year by producing 3 short animations presenting the major characters of the episode. I also published a number of videos sharing the process of how each are made. I managed to finish the animatics for episode 1 as well, and also recorded my progress on the project through the production diaries. Last year ended with the project being temporarily halted due to some unexpected events. These events were stated on the first entry of this log. Earlier this year, I decided to share to the public episode 1's animatics. Along with that is a poll asking assistance in choosing which step should be taken next regarding the project. Among the choices, the first choice garnered most votes. I am taking into account the results of the poll, but the final decision regarding the future of the project is still uncertain. It is certain, however, that I will be finishing episode 1 and observe how well it will perform after I deliver it to the public. The future of the project depends on its performance, and the future of episode 1 depends on whatever it is that I'll find out once I venture into the island's only cave. The expedition will be starting first thing tomorrow. The journey may or may not be long, and it may or may not be filled with all sorts of challenges. Regardless of what awaits me, I believe I've prepared enough for this voyage, and I'm ready to take it on. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah. Gotta get some rest. Big day tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. That's Doodlelog 002. That's the Underland project, and that's currently the plan for it. But for this stream, we have to do the art. See, I'm currently like at sequence 8 in the animations, and I'm almost done animating, all of the shots for episode 1. So yeah, you'll be seeing that. You'll definitely be seeing that next year. And I'm not gonna reveal yet when's my scheduled date to release it. But anyways, let's just keep going with this artwork for this stream. So yeah, last time we did some sketches and did some layout of our artwork using Blender. grease pencil. And there's actually some stuff that I need to change for the sketch here. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing some inking, because I might do it the way I did a previous artwork that I did, which it doesn't have like lines. So we'll see. But first, I'm gonna fix our sketch here. I'm gonna start with Luxa, because Luxa's supposed to be rotating like at a dizzying rate. So her body and Aurora here should show that she's on that kind of motion. So I think the way I can do that is like this. I'm going to grab two of the the top and the bottommost parts of Luxa here and Aurora, and I'm gonna make sure that it's not set to connected only. So yeah, I have to make sure that everything's fine on the stream. No one's here yet, but it's fine. I'm gonna be publishing this later on anyway as like a video. So yeah, let's just rotate this. I'm gonna try rotating. Probably not a good idea to do this. Maybe I'm gonna try just the bottom. I'm gonna set the pivot point to the 3D cursor, and then I'm gonna rotate. What's this weird? Why is that? Oh, that's why. I'm just gonna make sure that the 3D cursor is right here. Cursor is selected, so that it rotates properly, and then I can rotate it that ways. So as you can see, yeah, that should be about right. I will also have to change like the motion of, or not the motion. I have to change the wings, the drawing of the wings, because they're not that great. They don't follow like a real bat anatomy. So I'm gonna make sure that we have this right here, and the bat, it's like that talon thing happening. So I'm gonna open up a reference here from Google. I'm not gonna show it to you guys because the images may be copyrighted. So I'm just gonna keep it on the other screen and just try to use it as a reference for how the bat's wings should look. So how do I? So I'm just gonna do that. Probably not like that. It should be. Since it's this one is like closer to us, needs to be bigger like that, I guess. And the wings, so I might motion blur this parts right here. But yeah, this is like a very janky way of doing this. I'm gonna try to compensate using the colors. Hopefully it will work. Anyways, let's keep going. Make sure I do the same here. And look, I mean, Aurora should have like a thick golden fur going like that. I want to give Aurora the thick golden fur, like the one on my reference here that I can't show you guys. Yeah, hopefully everything's fine on the stream though, even though there's no one watching. But anyways, let's keep going with this. Just gonna do that. And I do hope I can make this, I can improve the look of this later on. Because that is not exactly that appealing, that wings right there. Wonder how I can fix it. I haven't drawn in a while. How do I fix this thing? Maybe I can grab this guy's right here. Make it closer. Like so. Same goes here. Because Aurora's wing is kind of tucked. And probably rotate it more to the other side. I'm going to transfer the 3D cursor here. Cursor to selected. Just rotate it this way. Make this one arc like that. And I'm gonna bring back the pivot point to the 3D cursor. So there we go. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I think that looks better now. So the wings, Aurora's. Maybe I'll add Aurora's like bat leg here, or maybe not. Doesn't look good. And I might have to change Solovitz and the others, or maybe change the angle of this. Maybe go down, go like this. Bring it back. This kind of. Just gonna try to lay this out properly before I transfer to a different program, or maybe do the coloring here in Blender. I don't know. We'll see. I want Aurora and Luxa to be kind of visible there in the left side here. Left side of the rule of the thirds. Maybe closer. Maybe like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will work. I'm going to try and look at it in solid view mode. This is going to be the spider web. Might have to edit it. Maybe drag it's a bit more. Just so we have more focus on Luxa. Like the circle, like the base of the spider web cage. Puts the focus right here. And all the other players. I'm just gonna move it. I'm gonna shift Z and move Solovit and Vicus right here so that they're visible. And then Henry, shift Z. So they will be like rotating like that. And there's Marith right here. And Gregor right there. So all of them, it's like rotating like this. It's a nice composition, I think. So I'm gonna go back to this view so we can see. So there's Luxa doing the coiler, and then everyone will be following her out of the web cage, and Gregor is still down there waiting for everyone to like fly high enough for him to take off. And I'm probably gonna be fixing this coiler sketch here, and I'm probably gonna be using a curve to do that. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna select this edge right here and focus on that point, and maybe bring it closer. S Shift Z. I'm gonna scale it so that the sword really makes contact there. Okay. Hey there, Jelly Bubble. You're not really late. I just started, and also you missed like an animated short that I showed in the intro of the video of the stream. But welcome anyway, and I do hope you'd stay till the end. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm gonna keep going here. So I'm gonna make a guide for the tier on the spider cave. I said cave last time too. It's a cage. It's like a spider prison. Yeah, I can't talk. A spider prison. I'm gonna add a curve here to that will serve as a guide. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna go top view here. I'm gonna place the bottom part there, or like the base of the Bezier curve. Bezier or whatever is the pronunciation of that. See, I'm just gonna use this curve as a guide for the tear. So I'm gonna set the pivot point to median point again. I'm gonna set I said median point. I'm gonna turn off the proportional editing. So yeah, gonna use this as a guide for the tear. So I'm gonna bring that down some. Move it right here, and rotate it this way. I'm going to set the viewport display of this to in front, so we can always see it, regardless of whether it's behind an object or not. So I'm just gonna keep going with the Bezier curve here, bringing it down like it's swirling down this spider web cage that we have here. This is just a guide for Lux's damage on the spider web cage. Gotta make sure that it looks nice on our view here, even if it doesn't look nice on a different view, like this view, because it's important that it looks nice where everyone can see it. It's like, I think that's the whole point of making an artwork, to give you guys like an illusion or something. And it really brings appeal if I manage to like make this tier look nice. So I'm just gonna keep extruding until we reach the bottom. It needs to like arc nicely too. And maybe slightly visible. I'm gonna do this. And then front view again. And I think I'm gonna end it with this one. This is the last one. Just have to make sure that that arcs nicely there. Or maybe I should bring it more. I'm gonna scale that. Control Z that. And bring this back some here. And the last one is gonna be here, I guess. So this is gonna be like the guide for the tear, starting with, you know, from the sword. And then I can draw on that, I think. So this is the guide for the tear. Now I have to go back to the grease pencil. Or maybe I should just leave it like that and render this in the viewport. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Now I just have to finish doing some sketches so that we can proceed into line arts, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still probably gonna do some line art. I'm not really that familiar with 2D and 2D artwork terms, because I'm always doing 3D, and I've become really rusty with 2D. But anyways, yeah, I'm probably gonna do some line arts, but is not going to like show it for the final one. I'm just gonna use it as a reference or a guide. So let's fix up Luxa first. This is the Luxa grease pencil layer. Luxa and Aurora. Have to make sure that Aurora's like mane here, or fur. Mane is for the horses, I think. To like follow the motion that she's doing, which is, you know, she's kind of rotating that way in a counterclockwise. As Luxa rips the spider cage. So I might also finalize Luxa's battle gear or battle suit. I think Luxa would be wearing something that would not restrict her from doing moves like this, the Coiler. So she's probably gonna be like wearing clothes that won't have like she won't be wearing any metal stuff on her, because she'd want to be able to move flexibly, like, you know, like a gymnastic, because that's kind of like her strongest weapon. So she's not gonna be wearing any kind of stiff clothing. Her clothes should be like light and, you know, easy. It would be easy for her to do some gymnastic stuff. I also have to bring back her feminine, but she's 12 years old, so she wouldn't have, you know, she wouldn't have any chest yet. But it needs to be emphasized that she's a girl. But then again, Gregor kind of mistook her of being a boy because of her hairstyle. She decided to cut her hair, like I said in the previous video. She's gonna have like a hair. It's very short, kind of like Wolf's hair in the Discord community. That's kind of what I'm basing at. So I'm not sure with what to do with, I mean, how Luxa's crown Actually, in this kind of position, I don't think we can see Lux's, thin band, thin circle band around her head. We won't be able to see that in this kind of position. But how does she keep it on even when she's doing maneuvers like this? Maneuvers. How does she keep it on? That's like big mystery for me right now. How would she keep her crown on doing the coiler? Probably gonna like put her arm right here, like really next to her face, as she does the coiler. It's probably covering her face a bit as well. And do that. This is the hand, upper arm. It's gonna be used. The only stiff thing on her suit is this like arm guard that she's wearing. I think all of them has that, but probably not. It's just my own decision to put it there because it looks nice. And it's about the only like medieval warrior thing that I put on my characters. So there we go. Probably gonna change this whole area here. It's probably looking a bit that way. We'll see. So her hair flies toward that direction. Angry face, or the effort face. So just a sketch of the eyes right there. I'm gonna erase this for a while. Do that. And there we go. Probably make her thinner. And also maybe adjust this arm. So how would that? Okay. So she'd be holding it like that. Trying to position, I'm trying to copy the position myself in real life. So this part is going to be tricky to draw in detail later on without the we'll see. Much relying on feelings here, or instinct, or guts. That's gonna be a problem later, probably. We'll see. So Aurora's expression, because bats' eyes are like just, well, there are bats that looks like they have like a black dot on the middle. And on brown, there are bats that has only black for eyes. I might add, so I have like a reference for images of in Google. I have Google open here and looking at bat images. You can't see it. So yeah, I think, I don't know how I'm gonna settle. But yeah, let's just add this little detail. maybe do this. Hey, Agile Bubble, it's fine. You can go whenever I want. I'm gonna be publishing this later anyways if you want to watch it. So yeah. Go, not go, up to you guys. Just it's fine. There won't be any hard feelings. So yeah. Let's just add the details on like Aurora here. So Aurora is a female bat. She's bonded to Luxa. It's a thing that they do in the Underland between bats and humans. They bond to each other, which means they like vow to always be together and always defend each other, even when it means, you know, death. So they're gonna protect each other, no matter what happens. They're always gonna be there for each other. That's what the bonding thing works. That's how the bonding thing works. So maybe I'm gonna add like an eyelid here, just to like give Aurora that feminine aura. Feminine aura. I don't really know how to. So I haven't really drawn Aurora clearly before, but this is probably going to be the first time that I will. So there, looks great. Now I'm gonna go to Solovit and Vicus. Or maybe should I start doing some line arts? It's already 30 minutes in the video and I'm still sketching. This art is going to take a lot of time to make. But maybe it's time for us to like go to Karita to do this thing. But then again, I want to do the line art here in Blender, because I can like zoom in and out and not like lower the quality of the lines. Whereas if I do that in Karita, I'm stuck with what I have. But with Blender here, I can just, you know, zoom in and out. It's like working with an SVG, but it's different because it's a grease pencil. It's like a 3D pencil. But anyways, let's just keep going. I'm probably gonna start with the line arts on Luxa. So yeah, I'm gonna do that after I'm done doing the sketches for the web. And for the web, so it won't be confusing for me, I'm gonna make, I already have the sketch for a blue ink, so I'm gonna use that first. This is going to be the top part of the rip. Wait, am I selecting the blue ink? Not blue enough, I guess. It still looks like black. So I'm just gonna, there's going to be a lot of other details added later on for this. I haven't drawn a web. I have an idea on my head, but hopefully I'd be able to follow it. So I'm just gonna draw at the top of our line here. By top, I mean the outside part here. So I'm just gonna do, I'm probably, wait, stop. Here's what I'm gonna do. Delete that. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use maybe a curve. Oops. Wait, is it possible to? Oh well. Again, because we need to move this like that. This is the outer part of the rip. yeah, to anyone who's watching and is curious about the Underland project or what I'm doing, you know, feel free to ask. I'm gonna try to answer any questions about this thing that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I need to make sure. I'm gonna do the connected only. Wait, how? Why is this looking like this? Oh well. I'm gonna have to repeat this. I'm gonna select only the curve ones and then Control I, so I can delete the rest. So I only have these lines right here. I'm gonna switch to vertex again, and I'm gonna bring. Wait, I'm gonna bring it down. Just put them together right there. I'm gonna bring it down some. Select this. Bring this down. Don't align it though, because it needs to be at the top part. Only at the top part. Needs to be at the top part because this is like a rip, and it should be bigger. And the rip like becomes bigger the further we go, the further down we go. So yeah, I do hope it still looks nice here. Kinda is. So I'm gonna bring this down and bring this out here. This one as well. Do like that. And go back to the front view. Now this needs to be at the top, like so. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I might have to do something different here. I'm gonna do that using the Bezier curves, because we have our Bezier curve here. I'm going to have to utilize it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use I'm gonna put another Bezier curve here and make this into a straight. I'm gonna SY0 so that it's scaled to the y-axis like that, just straight. And I'm gonna curve it a bit like this. This will serve as like a, you'll see soon, like a, it's also like a technique used in Blender to create Bezier, like mesh hairs, using Bezier curve as a hair. So I'm gonna apply that same method, but instead of, you know, this being a hair, it's going to be just a guide for a, like a rip. So I'm gonna go to geometry, I think, and here in the bevel object I will need to pick the other Bezier curve, and as you can see, it creates this you won't be able to see it, creates that thing. To fix that, I can just, you know, lower it, you know, make it thinner like so. I'm gonna scale this part down so that it tapers like that. And I'm probably gonna Control R. Was it Control R? Is it Shift R, or was it Control Alt R? I don't know. Is it Alt R? I forgot. Shift R. How do I rotate this again? Control Shift R. Okay. I forgot how to rotate it on normal. Control R. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Anyways, let's just keep tapering some of the stuff here. How do I rotate it again? Was it Alt R? Control R, Shift R. Not Shift R. How do you do it again? Shift Alt R. No. Control Alt R. No. Control Shift R. If anyone's watching, can you guys help? I forgot how to rotate the Bezier curve. Like rotate this. Was it Shift N? No. Shift R. Control R. Okay. What's happening here? Maybe I can do this. Rotate. Rotate. No. Yep. We're doomed. I don't know how to rotate. This method would have been so great. I forgot, what was that again? Shift R. It's not working. Control Shift R. Here, it's tilt. It's Control T. That's what I'm trying to do. Control T. It's nothing to do with R. Will. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna rotate it around until we get like a shape that we want that fits for what we want to achieve here. I'm gonna Alt S on some parts because, as I said, the further down it goes, the bigger the tear becomes. There we go, finally. But also the smaller it is, because, you know, it's further. And I can probably use freestyle to deal with this. So there we go. I'm gonna set like I'm gonna use like a black material for this so we can see it. A black emission material. I'm gonna name it black emit. Black. Set that to black and change this to emission. It's probably gonna reset the color. Yep, it does. Set this to black, and then I'm gonna go maybe go to the viewport display. Yeah, I should have just gone with the, oh, I still need that for this actually. So we can't see because it's only in the viewport display. But then again, I can hide this because we don't need that anymore. I only needed that so that we have a guide for the slice, which is now we have. So I'm gonna go back here, bring our spider cage back, and now we have like a guide for the tear that Luxa did as she performs the coiler on the spider cage. I will need to edit the material of that actually, so that it's not too strong, that we have transparency. I'm gonna add transparent BSDF on this thing. Mix shader first, and then transparent BSDF. This one, I guess. And now we are lost. With this transparent BSDF, I have to go here. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, I need to change this to alpha blend so we can see the transparency. Except it doesn't work. How do we do this? Probably set this back to white. Yes. There we go. Okay then. I want to render this. I want to put this in front as well. How do I... How do I render this in front again? Refraction to pass index, show back face. So yeah, anyways, I guess I'm just gonna do settle with this for now. Because as you can see, we're almost getting there. I already have the tier. Nice, and I already have a nice guide for the tier. Let me just factor in how. And then I really would need this circle though. Right here. I'm just gonna scale those parts right there. And probably apply a material to it. Just make it a wee bit, just a different color so we can see it. So this is the spider web cage, the blue part. And then this is the tier. I needed this circle right here as a guide for like the base of the web cage. So yeah, we have 47 minutes on this artwork already. And the aim was just for this, to get the guide. I will need to move around some of our... I'll need to move Gregor. Yeah, I'm gonna move Gregor here. Select the grease pencil. I'm gonna move Gregor. Maybe he's right down there. And then Marith right here. I'm gonna make that bigger, I guess. Marith, Henry with Aries, maybe bigger, so that everyone is visible. I'm gonna lock. So I'm gonna assign different colors for each of them, just so I have like a clear... I can clearly see each of them. So Luxa will be black. Ficus and Salavet will be... I'm gonna set that to 2, duplicating it. It'll be reddish. Can I assign it to this? Let's see if I can do that. Is it assignable to this? Yes, it is. Probably make it darker or lighter, more saturated so I can see it. I'm gonna use green for Henry. So I'm gonna unlock this. Lock Salavet, unlock Henry, tab to edit mode, go back to the material and assign that material to Henry and temp probably behind him right there. And then for Marith, I'm gonna use purple. Or pinkish. Whatever. Did I unlock Marith yet? No, I didn't. I'm gonna assign that. That should give color to Marith, and I think I'm gonna leave Gregor black. Maybe like make the strokes thicker there so I can see it. So there we go. I'm going to make this lighter so it doesn't like overlap the color of. So we have our guide here now. I'm gonna make the base No, not black. Just, and the previous color works nice. This color, just so we see everything. So yeah, I guess for this part, we did just more sketches, I guess. And I think I'm gonna finish it by sketching more the other characters here. So I'm gonna go back to Solivet and doing some more sketches. I'm gonna use the color that I used for Solivet, which is red. So I'm not sure how Solivet will look yet actually. Oops, not like that. And delete this keyframe. Oh well. Oh well. Object mode. Let's see. There we go. And I'm just gonna do some sketches for Solivet. I'm gonna finish like the final sketch for each of them, you know, with the eyes and the suits, and then I'm gonna call it call it a day. That would be the end of the stream, and I'm gonna show you again Doodlelog 002 at the end, so that anyone who's not clearly, like, if it's not clear to you what the Underland project is, it will be clear to you, and you'd also visit my my main channel. So I'm gonna use a smaller ink here. I probably need to, did I? Where is the, yep, it's right there. I will need to put the 3D cursor here, go back to draw mode and set the stroke placement to 3D cursor. And now we can do the sketch again. So Solivet's face would be like set or determined. Her hair, I don't know how to do. What would be proper design for that? Maybe the generic grandma hairstyle with a bun. The generic grandma hairstyle. And a bun here. Yep, that's a grandma. She's gonna have like creases or wrinkles. Here I'll show Solivet for who she really is. If you read the book, you'd know what I mean. Here she's gonna show a face that really tells you what kind of person she is. She's a ruthless person, because she's the leader of the army. She's gotta have that army face. I have to put more wrinkles here. Because she's old, but deadly. There's Solivet. So this is the first time I've drawn Solivet, by the way. And I'm not sure how she dresses. Maybe like this. Looks like Nanny McPhee. Okay, I'm gonna give her like an armor of sorts here. Maybe like that. No. Here we go. Solivet should dress like a warrior. because she's the leader of the warriors. In the Underland, she's the general or something. Just gonna add this shoulder guards, and she's probably gonna be wearing the same arm guards as Luxa. So some of it. This should be looking more upwards though, not at us, but at Luxa. Or maybe looking at the tier. Maybe looking that way. Or not that way. Maybe this way. Yeah. Looking that way. I'm probably gonna erase this. And the bat is so small. Need to make that bigger. Because Solovet's bat should be like strong, big. So I'm gonna go back to my bat references here. It's also ugly. I want to make Solovet's bat like the bat that has like a scary looking face on it. And if you've read the book, you're probably gonna understand why her bat needs to have a scary looking face. But it's probably not gonna be clear here since it's gonna be hidden. Her hand holding the sword should be. How do you hold a sword when flying? Possibly as far to your face as possible, so that you don't stab yourself. Or you're probably gonna tuck it in, closer to you, so it wouldn't be moving around too much. Maybe something like this. Just gonna start with her arm first before the shoulder. Maybe something like that will do. And the sword will be right here. So yeah, this is her hand gripping the sword. Sword's gonna be right there. Should be pointed, like straight. So I guess I'm gonna settle with this for now. That's the sword. The lightsaber, or just the sword. There's Solovet. Maybe her other arm needs to be more here, because she's gonna be holding on to her flyer. And then her leg right here. Furs right here, covering most of it. And then wing right there, the arm of the flyer. Excuse me. So this like that, and the wings right here. It wouldn't be too visible because we're looking at it like in the front view, just like some of the references here. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Just gonna finish doing this more detailed sketches for today. Before finishing the live stream, so we're already an hour in, and we're still sketching Vicus. So this is gonna be Vicus. So this is going to be like the first time I'm drawing Vicus as well. So does Vicus have a bald spot? I don't think so. I don't want to give Vicus a bald spot. But he will look old. Maybe his face is more angled towards that way. He's wearing like one of those council dresses. And then like robe like it's like a robe like dress, so it's like a cape. One of those like coat things. It's gonna be like trailing behind him like that. Or flapping. He's going to have a worried look on his face. I'm gonna make the radius smaller. So how do you make an old man? I am actually not that great at drawing an old man. So how do I do it? Just add more wrinkles, I guess. There's definitely more details that needs to be. Does Vicus have a beard or a mustache? Well, I'm going to have to add some. He's an old man. He's an old man Tony Stark. Let's do that. An old man Tony Stark. Gonna do an old man Tony Stark, yeah. And then more oldness to him. But he should look wise and respectable. Or maybe a Doctor Strange. An old man Doctor Strange. Oh, don't forget the wrinkle below the eyes. So Vicus's look, all of their looks here will not be final. I'm gonna go to Henry. Henry's gonna be doing that battle cry. Yeah! I'm gonna change it to green. Henry's kind of the jokester. The jokester. So let's do this thing. Let's select the green one. I'm gonna control space this so it's clear. So Henry. Henry. Oh, Henry. Yeah! Yeah! There's Henry. With his battle cry. Well, most of them will have wrinkles, because, you know, it's stressful to live in the Underland with all the enemies trying to kill you. And they have lots of enemies. So yeah, let's just do this. Maybe I'm gonna give Henry a sideburn, if you know what I mean. That's gotta be like a cliche thing though. Or maybe a copy thing. I don't know. You won't understand what I'm saying if you haven't watched the thing. And also, if you haven't read the book. If you haven't watched that movie with a character that has sideburns. That's just gonna spoil things. If you figure that out. So Henry's design, also not final. Still need to do a lot for Henry. So Henry wouldn't bother holding on to his bat because he's very confident. He wouldn't bother holding on to his bat because he's confident that it will never fall. So just a quick... Someone's knocking at the door. Probably little sis. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop with Luxa, Sullivan, Vicus, and then Henry. Someone's already knocking at the door. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here and continue the rest tomorrow. So we already have like a solid composition going on here. Luxa doing the slice. We have this guide for the tear on the web cage, and then Vicus, Solovet, and Henry doing the battle cry. And maybe I'll just do the sketches, the more detailed sketches on Marith and Gregor, and Boots is gonna be behind him later on when we're working on them. So for now, this is it. And yeah, see you on the next part tomorrow. And to end this, I'm just gonna show you nothing. I'm gonna show you nothing. I'm just gonna end this because nobody's here anyway. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, I gotta go.